Oh God, everybody, thank you so much. I did want to share a little bit with y'all because a lot of y'all have been getting part of the story. A lot of y'all have gotten all the story. We'll have to just give you Tom's story, which can be kind of amusing. Basically, the reason why this party happened was a couple of weeks ago. Well, make the short story even longer. I had decided no to any treatments to the HIV. And this had happened a long time ago, actually, when I was working on herbs and alternative therapies, acupuncture, everything, as hard as I could, trying to find the secret. And during one of my meditations where I was going to find the big answer came, and it was, Tom, surrender. I was like, oh, this means I'm cured. This means it's done. Because sure enough, I was feeling the healthiest I had felt in my entire life. Aspect that helped shape the entire universe. That my lesson in this life, part of it was to surrender, to give up control, to give up Tom's expectations of what the universe is and what it needs to provide, to let it flow, to let things happen as they will. And at that point, I determined to no longer take any medications, alternative, Western, otherwise, to do my prayers, but to mainly to just let go and surrender into this. Now, it sounds good what I'm talking about now, but then when the symptoms started happening, when the message came, when I put it out there, okay, I surrender, and my body started doing those surrender things. Pneumonia, thrush, which is a yeast infection, dementia, the most frightening aspect of this at the time. Starting to get little fingers of forgetting, little new thing, not being able to communicate, just knowing that parts of my brain were starting to die. But then as time went on, I went from the extremes of highs and lows and fears and drove poor Tim and probably half of y'all crazy, because I'd go from being sick to the next time I turn around feeling alive and great to be alive and happy. Well, finally what happened, the pneumonia started growing in my lungs again. And I was starting to feel ill, and I knew that if I didn't take the Bactrim or all that other stuff that they give you, that I was going to die. So Tim and I set up a trip to go to Savannah and have our last vacation together. And Janice and I decided I didn't want to be one of those death situations where people come to my funeral or whatever the hell that it turns out to be and say, poor Tom, he died from HIV. I have been to probably 110 funerals that were like that, and it pisses me off. It upsets me that people can, in such a way, dishonor almost a person's transitions, their highest good transition. And so I thought, well, since I'm dying, let's throw a party. So we set it up. Tim and I go to Savannah. Then suddenly, of course, the pneumonia disappears from my lungs. Rule number 2, just as soon as you think you've got this world and this universe all figured out, it throws you a loose one. And I have felt the best I have felt in months, I think. At least weeks.
Today.
Yeah. And for the past week or so, and I've been breathing, and I've been seeing trees. It's been like being like a kid all over again. It's been exciting. But it also showed to me, if I can get my sermon in here, another little message. I only started feeling better once word had gotten out that Tom Lightwater was dying. And people started thinking about Tom Lightwater. People started praying for Tom Lightwater. My health returned. It proved to me the other message of HIV, the other message I got from the universe, which is this. I can work on healing HIV as long and as hard as I want to. I can spend my days looking for a cure, I can go to the Indians, like I did. I can go to Western medicine, like I did. I can go to alternative therapies, like I did. And I can keep looking, but a cure for this disease is not going to happen until we are ready for it. Alright, so how are we ready for it? And it's people like you who have the courage, the whatever, to come to a party like this and support me and be with me in my moment of transition and change. Because in your minds, you're going to add to the list of people on this planet who say, I've learned what I needed to learn from HIV and it is enough. Case in point, every plague that has hit this planet came, devastated people, and then suddenly disappeared. Not from anything the doctors did, necessarily, not from anything anybody did. It's just the energy shifted and the teacher was no longer needed. So when you leave here tonight, think about the message of hope and life, and imagine a world where HIV suddenly evaporates. It's no more. The cure for AIDS is written all over the newspaper. Man, that, probably finding the cure for HIV will begin the birth, the new ascension, the new age. So that in the year 2012, whether I'm here in body or not, I'll be with the rest of y'all the day there's a cure, and we'll watch the sun go up, and we'll just sit there and enjoy the quiet, because for the first time in a long time, the strict teacher that HIV is gone. And we would have learned our lesson and been ready for enlightenment. So that's what I wanted to share with all of you. And each one of you, I've got a special message in my heart. For me to go around the room here would mean I would cry my balls off. Y'all would too. And that's not what it's about. But just know, you, everybody who is in here is part of my family. And it's taken me as many years as it's been fighting Boone and the people here to realize it. But finally, don't worry, because in the end, I got it. And I'm looking at y'all and knowing that you're just part of my core. And